Okay, O'Reilly. Bill O'Reilly slams regular folks on his TV show the other day when he was talking about this poor woman that puts her half-nude pictures all over the world for the world to see, and somebody calls her a slut or a whore. The poor girl wants to sue. Wants to know the name of the person that did it. And O'Reilly takes up for her. O'Reilly talks about things like, well, these people don't have press cards, so why should they be allowed to criticize or downgrade someone that puts their pictures all over the place, all over the world, and tries to make money off of it? Cutting down you, the people, showing his, talking about the elite media, he shows his true colors there. Didn't you, O'Reilly? Well, they don't have a press card. You're right, O'Reilly. I don't have a press card. I have something more important. It's called freedom of speech. And even though I despise folks that use that kind of language and call folks like that, hey, I don't know what their definition of a slut is. Do you? To some people, a slut is someone that dresses like that. But in your elitist media mind, you're allowed to slam folks because you have a press card. I have something more valuable. It's my freedom of speech, O'Reilly. You showed your true colors. It makes no sense. Are you going to want to take away my right to criticize you? I'm an average person, O'Reilly. This is my venue. You see, I actually served in combat for this country, O'Reilly, and for people's freedom of speech, regardless of how disgusting it is. I actually served. And you want to allow, let's say, someone who I despise, like Oprah Winfrey, to sue me? That's elitist, O'Reilly. I despise Ted Kennedy. I think he's a coward and will die a coward because he's never said, I'm a coward. You see, I'm a believer. I believe in this. This is my quote, O'Reilly. Judge a man for what he is, not to past accomplishments or defeats, but to what he does of present and the standards his soul now meets. But you see, Kennedy never said to the people of the world, I am a coward. Therefore his soul, his standard, is still cowardness. Should he be able to sue me for saying that, O'Reilly? You are the elitist media that you talk about all the time. You are. I'll give you another example. You brag about your sales on your books, and you're always cutting down the Times for not the New York Times for not putting you on the #1 bestseller. Well, maybe they do a little bit of deduction there. You know, you have a media venue of about 8 million or so people, or that's what you brag about all the time, that you get to sell your book to 5 nights a week. Buy my book, buy my book. Doesn't that kind of give you an edge up over the poor guy that wrote a book and said, hey, you know, buy my book? No, you've got a venue. You're like Oprah Winfrey. Need to deduct a few million there, a couple of 100,000 from your sales. You know, there should be some fairness there as to whether you're declared #1 because you've got a venue. No, you are the elitist, O'Reilly. And O'Reilly, I believe you are a liberal. What you're doing is you're making money. You're duping so-called conservatives. You dupe them. Look, that guy, Rupert Murdoch, that owns your show, basically, or owns the media venue that your show is on. He's one of the most incoherent liberals that ever lived. His wife gives millions of dollars to liberal causes. Follow the money. Don't take my word for it. I'm not going to do your research for you people. Look it up yourself. Ailes, he loves Hillary Clinton. Fox News, O'Reilly are duping conservatives. O'Reilly, you dupe conservatives. You are a flaming liberal. You are a media elitist. But you see, you saw where the money is. Hey, there's nobody catering to these conservatives. Let me write some books. Let me bold face of humanity. Let me have a conservative show, and then I'll give my money to liberal causes. I don't know that for sure, O'Reilly, but I kind of got a suspicion. So, you think I should be sued for slamming someone like Ted Kennedy or Oprah Winfrey? The press card is more important to you. Freedom of press is more important to you than my freedom of speech. I, who served in combat, who lost friends in war, should be sued by someone that was born with a silver spoon in their mouth. This woman that puts her pictures all over the place, oh, she shouldn't be criticized. She should be able to go after them. I even hear you whining about it. Oh, they slam me all the time. You know what? Sometimes you need to be slammed because I think you're duping conservatives. I don't think you're a conservative, O'Reilly. I think you're about as liberal as they come. But you know what? It sells books. You know who's looking out for me, O'Reilly? I'm looking out for me, O'Reilly. I'll survive. And you know, when I do my little speeches on YouTube, I'm not trying to sell anybody anything. I'm just giving you a piece of my mind. I'm diatribing. I'm venting. Makes me feel better. Maybe only 3 people or 4 people watch me, but you know what? That's 4 people that heard old Joe Maury. I'm not afraid of who I am. Vent. Come after me. I'm not ashamed of what I accomplished. And I hear this excuse a lot of times about, well, look what I do with, I give to charity, I give to military families. Look, I don't want to hear that crap. You know, that's like Oprah Winfrey and Spielberg and these people that, these Hollywood folks that buy their charities to make themselves feel better. It's ridiculous. They're meaningless to me. You know who I respect, O'Reilly? Guys that did like myself, that gave their $10 or $15 a week out of their paycheck to charity. I gave mine to Down syndrome kids because there's a place in my heart for Down syndrome children. That's who I respect, O'Reilly. Yep. Who's looking out for you? You are that elitist want to control the people, right, O'Reilly? You want to be able to run your mouth and take no criticism. That's not right. That's not right. You see, O'Reilly, I am the kind of guy that did serve in combat for this country as an infantryman. I'm the kind of guy, when this country does go to heck, I'm not going to be hiding behind a woman's skirt. I'm not going to hide behind anybody. I'm going to be one of the guys that will stand up and fight, that will give my life for my freedom. And I saw you and that other guy pushing each other. You keep bringing that up. You both look like little girls pushing each other. You'd have pushed me like that, I'd broke your jaw. I'd break your jaw. I wouldn't sue you. You look silly. Yep, O'Reilly dupes conservatives. O'Reilly is the elitist media that he talks about. Wants to sue me. Well, sue me, O'Reilly.